que assonda os espíritos sobre a matéria, sobre o homem, é um fato.
Hello, my name is Sidney Greenfield. I'm professor of anthropology here at the University of Wisconsin-Milwaukee. You're about to see a demonstration of healing that you might find somewhat incredible. The healer is Dr. Edson Cavalcante Quiroz. Dr. Edson, as he is known, is a practicing physician who lives with his wife and 2 small children in the city of Recife in northeastern Brazil. He is a graduate of the medical faculty of the Federal University of the state of Pernambuco, located in the city where he resides. Since earning his degree several years ago, he has maintained a private clinic where he earns his livelihood practicing as a gynecologist. Edson Quiroz, however, also is a spirit medium. As such, he enters into an altered state of consciousness called trance. While in this state, he heals. The picture you are about to see was taken while Dr. Edson was in trance. When in this state, he claims to receive the spirit of one Dr. Adolf Fritz, a deceased German who is believed to have died during the First World War. According to Edson, it is Fritz and not he himself who attends the sick during sessions such as the one you're about to see. Edson Quiroz is a practicing Spiritist, a religious belief system based primarily on the writings of a Frenchman who lived in the 19th century and wrote on Spiritism under the pseudonym of Allan Kardec. In honor of him, the religion also is known in Brazil as Kardecism. Spiritists or Kardecists believe that there are 2 planes of existence, the material one familiar to us in our daily lives, and the spiritual one, which we are for the most part ignorant. The second plane, according to them, is inhabited by spirits, the vital force in the universe, who are assumed to go through a process of growth and development, leading them to more and more advanced stages. One of the means by which spirits are believed to progress is by being reincarnated in the material world in order to learn a specific lesson. Human beings in the Spiritist worldview are spirits incarnated in a material body. Spirits also may progress by doing what, for believers in Spiritism, is considered the greatest value, performing works of charity. Of all the forms of charity Spiritists engage in, healing is the one they see as most valued. Disincarnate spirits, then, are believed to be able to advance along the path to spiritual perfection by returning to earth to heal the sick. Spiritists also believe that communication is possible between the material and the spiritual planes. One way spirits are believed to be able to communicate with their incarnate fellows, who are assumed to forget all that they know of the spirit world when they reincarnate in a human body, is through mediums. Mediums, of course, are special individuals who have the ability to receive spirits. That is, it is believed that when a medium goes into trance, he or she is able to turn his or her body over to another spirit who then is able to use it to communicate and interact with the living. If, for example, a spirit wishes to perform the charitable act of healing, it must find a medium through whom it can work. Spirits best able to heal, however, are those who in a previous incarnation have been trained in and have practiced medicine and surgery. Adolf Fritz, according to Brazilian Spiritists, is such a spirit who selected Edson Quiroz as his medium. Edson, it should be noted, is not the first medium Fritz is reported to have used. In the 1950s and 1960s, he came to another Brazilian by the name of Zayarigo, whose feats of healing won him international recognition as the surgeon of the rusty knife. Fritz, however, as both Edson and Arrigo explained while in trance, does not work alone. Instead, in what might be considered the best of medical tradition, he works with a team of disincarnate physicians and healers, each a specialist in a different branch of medicine. Fritz is the head of the team, who turns both the medium's body and the patient over to each of his colleagues when their specific skills are required. As you will see, when healing while in trance, Edson does not use either antiseptics or anesthetics. He simply picks up a knife, a scalpel, or a pair of scissors, and after instructing the patient to think of God, proceeds to do what is necessary. In the middle of removing a cataract or a tumor, he will stop to explain that the antisepsis and the anesthetic have been taken care of by specialists working at the spiritual level. Consequently, he will observe, it cannot be seen by us as mere humans. I should point out that of the tens, if not hundreds of thousands of people Edson has attended over the years, none have reported feeling excessive pain, and there have been no reports of anyone dying or even suffering from complications as a result of his procedures. You will have a chance now to see Edson, or as he would say, Fritz, perform. 3 separate procedures have been recorded. In the first, a growth from the eye of a patient is removed with a pair of scissors. As you will see, the healer asks someone in the audience to time how long it takes with a stopwatch. Note that he gives the tissue removed to a doctor to have it analyzed in a laboratory. The videotape is an edited version of footage taken by a video crew from TV Bandeirante in São Paulo, Brazil. The setting is the auditorium of a Spiritist center in the city of Guaratinguetá in the state of São Paulo. Some 2,000 people had come to observe Edson, or Fritz, on one of his occasional visits at the invitation of Spiritists in other parts of Brazil. There are several million Spiritists in Brazil today. The leaders of centers throughout the country periodically invite Edson to attend their members and others in need of help who are unable to travel to Recife. When the tape begins, Edson already is in trance. His appearance has changed, as has his manner. His voice also has changed, and he speaks slowly and with authority, and in an accent that Brazilians claim to be German. As the tape was shot in Brazil, where different TV standards prevail, you may notice a slight roll at the bottom of the picture, and also that it will not come out in color. Do not adjust your set.
Esse tratamento operatório é feito convencionalmente no curto tempo de 25 a 30 minutos. Hábil cirurgião oftalmológico pode fazer pouco menos tempo. 20 minutos. E o paciente sempre sob efeito anestésico geral. Região muito vascularizada, sensível. Eu faço, segundo processo todo meu, como você vai ver, hein? Alguém tem relógio de segundo, hein?
26h47.
Não movimenta, olha. Quanto segundo? 25. O tempo que você levou para contar, hein? Você, vem cá, doutor. 21 segundos.
21 segundos.
Significa pelo menos 100 vezes o tempo. 100 vezes menos que o normal. Seu nome, doutor?
Cecílio Antônio Roque.
Especialidade, não coloque.
Otorrinolaringologista. Eu já fui auxiliar de oftalmologista também. Já vi essas operações.
O senhor participou ativamente na segunda intervenção cirúrgica do olho. Eu gostaria que o senhor dissesse exatamente o que o senhor sentiu, as impressões que o senhor teve a respeito de Dr. Fritz, da operação em si.
Eu achei muito interessante que a operação foi bastante rápida e sangrou, mas um sangramento normal, né? Reduzido, aliás, e bastante rápida a cirurgia. E o paciente não sentiu dor alguma.
Feche o olho, hein? Não abra mais esse olho, hein? E a hemorragia aqui observado significa 30% do normal. Simplesmente para demonstrar a vocês de que isso nem é tripa de galinha, como já foi observado e constatado em algumas pesquisas com pseudo-médium ou paranormais nas Filipinas. Isso é carne de gente.
In the second procedure, Edson, or Fritz, inserts a pair of scissors into the shaved skull of a young woman who has been suffering from fainting spells and dizziness. After twisting the scissors slightly, he inserts needles into the base of the skull of the patient in an acupuncture type of procedure.
Seu nome?
Cristina Aparecida Muniz,
Quantos anos?
28.
Qual é o caso que te trouxe aqui até o Dr. Fritz?
Bom, eu desde 3 meses de idade, eu desmaiava, até os 7 anos. Aí parou de desmaiar, mas eu tenho ausências, assim, frequentemente tomo remédio, calmante, já cheguei a tomar 7 comprimidos por
E
dia.
diagnóstico convencional? Tem algum?
Tomo.
Diagnóstico.
O que o médico disse para você? Que...
Eles falam que isso eu vou ter, uns falam que eu vou ter por sempre, outros falam que vou ter cura de 2 anos, 3 anos, outros falam que é para mim ter paciência, que é só nervosismo, e tomando calmante sem parar.
Sente aqui. Não preocupa, hein? Você sabe quanto é sensível isso? Essa região. Será que alguém é capaz de suportar isso, como ela, sem fazer cara feia?
Não acho que seria capaz.
E essa paciente não está hipnotizada, nem magnetizada, em condição de responder a qualquer um. Pode fazer entrevista.
Você sente alguma espécie de dor?
Senti um pouquinho. Muito pouco.
Suportável.
Bem, como dentista.
Eu utilizo agulha em alguns casos, quando quero, outros não. Mas a agulha é primeiro que eu vou usar nela. Portanto, a agulha não me serve como bloqueio anestésico. Depois que corto, depois que utilizo o paciente, eu vou usar a agulha. Tem outra finalidade. Fecha o olho, hein? Fecha o olho, já pensei. Fecha o olho. Aqui eu faço tudo. Com todo gosto. Sem nenhum vaidade. Porque esse trabalho é um trabalho que visa unicamente dar oportunidade ao homem, de ciência principalmente, a aprender um pouco mais, hein? Unindo seus esforços num trabalho de pesquisa digno, respeitoso, sem se deixar envolver ou interferir. Pode ir, minha irmã, com o seu chapéu.
In the final procedure, Edson, or Fritz, removes a tumor from the breast of a woman with his fingers after making a small incision with a scalpel. To achieve a dramatic effect and to emphasize his unique powers, he ends by asking two doctors who are observing him, one a surgeon and the other a gynecologist, to put their unwashed fingers into the wound. He then gives the tumor to them to be sent to a laboratory for analysis.
Aponte, minha irmã, o tumor, hein? Solte. Um cirurgião pode ser você. Um outro médico. Venha cá. Você também. Diga alguma coisa do que está sentindo. Ao exame físico.
Módulo de consistência dura, móvel. Tá doendo? Não. Indolor?
Ainda se fosse sensível, hein? A dor, ainda bem. Examine aqui. Aqui. Mais abaixo, hein? Aí, à direita. Já. Descreva.
Uma tumoração móvel, não está aderida aos planos profundos, ao exame superficial, dá impressão de um fibroadenoma.
Pensamento Nosso Senhor, é só o que eu quero de você, minha irmã. Só pensamento nosso, senhor. Estou lutando com a câmera. Hein? Alguém quer fazer alguma pergunta? Hein? Alguém quer fazer alguma pergunta? Está lá dentro, ou com algum centímetro. Pensa.
Abaixa bem a cabeça.
Atenção.
Bem grande, hein?
Quantos minutos? 3 minutos.
3 minutos.
20 segundos.
E bem grande.
20 segundos.
Sem a mínima hemorragia.
Doutor, hein? Cirurgião. Você faz isso em 3 minutos? Hein? Sem anestesia?
Também não.
Se você diz que faz, eu lhe desafio. E lanço o desafio a qualquer outro que queira fazer, testa a testa comigo. Doutor, faça o exame. Coloque seu dedo sujo aí dentro. Aí para baixo. Local.
Completamente removido
Você.
com a cápsula.
E a cicatrização? Estagnação no sangue.
Tá? Diga no microfone.
Totalmente removido, realmente.
Não há necessidade de sutura.
Você sentiu?
Irmã Sônia,
Você sentiu muita dor?
esparadrapo.
Um pouco.
Suportável?
É suportável, nem suportável. Deu para suportar.
Com essa exposição de tal trabalho, eu quero apenas mostrar o quanto o homem pode fazer unido à espiritualidade. O quanto a ciência humana tem ainda a aprender. Hein? Que a ação dos espíritos sobre a matéria, sobre o homem, é um fator. Tanto para o bem, como esse caso nosso, quanto para o mal. Por isso os hospitais psiquiátricos estão esbarrotados de processo obsessivo, sendo tratado como deficiência físico-mental. Não quero dizer com isso que todos os casos seja obsessão de espírito, mas grande parte também. E não quero tirar o valor da medicina convencional. Isso eu quero, faço questão que seja dito. Não corta o que eu estou dizendo agora. Porque eu vim dessa medicina convencional. Amei-a. Me dediquei uma existência a ela. Rejeitando cargos è elevato no ambiente politico perché era medico. E acho che o medico è un sacerdote e non deve misturar seu trabalho com outra qualquer função. E no campo médico, tanto coisa tem a fazer que o tempo humano, segundo o calendário humano, o relógio humano, é curto para desempenhar o seu papel. Segundo as palavras do pai da medicina, o juramento hipocrático, que nem todos os profissionais respeitam.
You have just seen 3 surgical procedures performed by Edson Queiroz while in trance. The patients have not been given any anesthesia, and the conditions were far from antiseptic. As you may have noticed, the patients are diverse in their backgrounds and appearance. Rich and poor, black and white, educated and uneducated from all over Brazil, and in small but increasing numbers from other parts of the world, come to be healed by Edson or Fritz. As you have observed, he works very quickly. Although he stops to talk to patients, to explain to observers, and to give lectures and sermons on Spiritism while operating, he performs surgical and other procedures in but a fraction of the time it would take a medical doctor working in a hospital. Most of the time, he will see a patient, diagnose the problem, write a prescription, recommend a treatment, or perform an operation in a minute or 2. At this rate, he sees hundreds of people a day. While working at the headquarters of the Federação Espírita de Pernambuco in Recife, for example, he begins seeing patients around 6 a.m. Long lines of people already are awaiting his arrival. Then, demonstrating unbelievable stamina, he will see patient after patient, often not stopping for meals. He will continue long into the night, but show no signs of fatigue as late as 10 or 11 p.m. I am sure that by now you have already asked yourself the key question, which is, well, how do you really explain what you have just seen? I doubt that you, as educated, intelligent North Americans, really can accept Dr. Edson's account that it is done by spirits. North Americans usually have one of 3 reactions when faced with events such as these that defy explanation in terms of their everyday metaphysical system and its view of the world. First, they may refuse to accept what they have seen, claiming it to be fakery, sham, fraud, sleight of hand, flim-flam, the doings of a magician or illusionist successfully deceiving the public. Should they not wish to or be unable to expose it as fraud, however, they may choose to ignore it for the sake of their sanity, hoping that it will go away. Another way of putting this, second alternative, is to acknowledge that the events happened and maybe titillate ourselves by telling our friends about them, but never take them seriously. Finally, we may face up to and come to grips with the events, accepting the fact that there are some things that cannot be explained by our metaphysical system. Their explanation instead calls for a set of assumptions about what exists in the universe and a view of the world very different from the one we hold in the name of science, rationality, and modernity. Brazilian Spiritists, it seems, hold one view radically different from our own that does account for what we have seen. There are others, but you may ask, are they valid? And if they are, what does this mean for what we believe to be true? This, of course, is not the place to provide answers. I hope instead that you will think about and take some time now to discuss some of the implications of the videotape you have just seen. Thank you for watching it.
Disposição de tal trabalho. Eu quero apenas mostrar o quanto o homem pode fazer unido